All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing some work on the Black Sheep. It's kind of a hot day for, I guess, what it's been lately. It's been pretty chilly here in North Carolina, and we are getting ready for a hurricane that's coming up through like Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. Now it's hitting North Carolina, so we got a bunch of storm work going on. So if you guys are interested in inquiring about doing some storm work with what we got going on around here, you can send me an email over at lsnastyllc@gmail.com. We got the giveaway Mustang sitting over here. It's been raining a bunch of Thursdays. I've been tied up a bunch of Thursdays. Today is Thursday. It's supposed to rain. Like I just said, we had the hurricane stuff going on. So I don't think we're going to take it to the track. I was looking to take it to the track one more time, but who knows? The giveaway is getting down, down to the wire. I'm not sure what the exact day I started the giveaway, but I generally run them 1 month, one full month, maybe a couple days more. So we're on the home stretch. I got one new shirt coming out. I got a bunch of new hats. I got new style face masks. I got hoodies. I got shirts. I got a bunch of stuff up on the website. So if you're interested in winning this proven 5-second street car, went 570 and some change at 122, almost 120. I think 123 in the 8th mile. This car can be yours. I'm giving it away. Every item you purchase is an entry to win. So go over to lsnasty.com. We got a large variety of apparel that you guys can choose from. We got stickers, we got hats, we got key tags, we got face masks, we got hoodies, we got shirts, and you can go over there and get entered to win. So go to lsnasty.com, check out all of our merchandise, and have a chance to win this car. HOLLEY EFI, built 5.3, single turbo, power glide, 8.8 rear, 35 spline strange axles. And it's sitting on the ground, so I know it's kind of cruddy over here, but Phil's been doing some hard work on his all-wheel drive Civic, getting ready to go out, and I think he was like making some hits yesterday on the street. So it's sitting over in Phil's section, but Phil don't own it yet. We got my silver Mustang with the messed up door that you guys always talk about right here, and then we got the Black Sheep. So what do we got going on with the Black Sheep? I know the last time we had it out, it went a what'd it go, Ben? It went a 427.
Yeah.
It went a 427 at 169.8, so right at 170. And I know what you guys are saying, man, why wouldn't you just take it right out again? Well, it's the end of the season. There's one more race that's going on this weekend, which is Halloween, and everyone's gone with the storm stuff. It's literally like me and Ben here, and we're not going racing this weekend. Are you upset that you're missing the race at Piedmont?
No.
Why is that? Do you hate spectacular surfaces in extremely nice facilities?
Actually, I don't.
You don't hate those? No, nothing wrong with Piedmont. Really hasn't been my cup of tea this year, and I'm really not that upset that we're missing it, but we got to get ready for next season, and we have been known to do stuff last minute, Ben. That is one of our things, but not anymore. No. We're doing stuff ahead of time. There's a race in January I want to go to, and I think there's a race in February I want to go to. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to pull the motor out. We are going to send the motor. We're going to tear the motor down, just do a quick inspection. We're going to send it up to Kevin, make sure everything's good with it, and they're going to reassemble it. Got to take the transmission out, send that back to Mark Mickey. It is a factory case TH400 right now, and I have to get all the guts from that transmission shoved into my reed case. So that's what's going on with that. We got to take the converter out and make a stator change. So we got to make a bunch of changes. Instead of just making them and shoving them back in the car, we're going to start off 100% fresh next year, and that is the plan. All right, so once we get everything all out, we'll go send some stuff off to get freshened up. We are going to make a change, which is the real reason why we are sending the motor up to TCAM. We got, Ben, what do you think? We probably got like 30 passes on this motor.
I'd say 40.
Yeah, 40, and there's nothing wrong with it, but we are making a change to our oil pump, which requires some machine work, so that's why we are tearing it down. I don't want you guys to think that you can only make like 20 or 30 passes or 40 passes on these motors, and you got to take them out. We're going to go from the factory style oil pump up front to a belt driven oil pump, and we're going to put a roller thrust bearing in there. So we're going to send that up to Kevin. He's going to make some changes. I think they put like a spacer out. Now don't quote me on this, I don't know 100%, but I think they put a spacer where that oil pump is, and then we're going to run like a Peterson single stage oil pump, and we're trying to get it set up where the fuel pump will drive off the back. So still keep it real simple. One belt runs fuel pump, oil pump. And we did have a an oil pressure issue when we get to leaving really hard, where as it would leave and pull a lot of G's, you'd see it dip down a little bit and then come back up. Wasn't catastrophic, wasn't a big issue, but over time, if you just neglected it, it could potentially lead to something. So we're going to take this opportunity, this little downtime, there's not a lot of races going on, as a chance that we can update, upgrade, and make it better. So when we get it back, we're going to look to have, right now, fired up. You'll notice, if you guys pay attention, I always like to put an in-car camera in here for two reasons. One, I can go back and review it and make sure nothing funny goes on in here, and I generally get a pretty good look at the dash. But two, it also makes some pretty cool footage. So I have my fuel pressure and oil pressure, and when I fire it up, those are two things I look at. With this oil pump, we are right around 70 pounds of oil pressure. With that external oil pump, we could have like 100 pounds of oil pressure, and what that means is you can run bigger bearing clearances, make a little more horsepower with it. Really no downsides to run an external oil pump.
No, it's better. I mean, this is a factory style oil pump. It's meant for like a Corvette.
Should I put this oil pan and pickup and pump on the Colorado's new motor?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it, but everything gets to a point where you're at such a level where the stock design here was great for stock. It was great for aftermarket. It was great for even hot rodding and racing, but
we're like
a certain level where it's like, yeah, it may not be like 100% will not work,
yeah,
but there's a better.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch it up, so it's gonna have a different oil pan. We're gonna have some nice features on there, like an oil heater as well, which will help us bake some moisture out of the oil. We did make a change to some Schaefer's oil, and that's what we'll be running all next year. We got a big drum of it. We have this in Chris's car now, and it's a little bit better oil than the Rotella. Not that the Rotella gave us any issues, but
it's like got a lot of the
additives,
like the Molly stuff in it, which is like liquid pillows.
Yeah,
it's just like you could literally take a thin sheet of that stuff and put it on metal and hit it with a hammer. They had a great display at PRI. Do you remember that? Where they had it spinning with an oil that didn't have it, and if you push down real hard, it'll leave a mark, and then they had another one where it didn't. So we're always looking to improve everything and just do a little bit better wherever we can, and just some small changes. We're down to it now where the chassis is what it is. The car weighs 27-25 with me in it. It's got factory frames like I showed in the other video, all the way back to the 4-link. We're not going to go in here and spend $2 million cutting the floors out, carbon floors, cutting out. I will maybe cut out the trans tunnel, but that'll be something later on down the road. So I got a bunch of factory stuff back there behind the dash. So we're just going to chip away and make the modifications and upgrades that we seem fit, that I think will yield the biggest results. And all the little things we got other cars for. So God, it's just windy as hell out here. We got a hurricane on the way. There's leaves blowing in here. Halloween this weekend. This is the test mule.
We'll get everything ripped apart. We don't have the nice badass no time forced induction turbo. We got the nice GTR 98 on there, which I think we can go quite far with. And I don't think we're done with it yet.
No,
I don't think we're done with it.
Been further than
what we're doing now.
Yeah, I mean,
we've made 38 pounds of boost on it, just humming along. We went that 427 on 27 pounds of boost out the back. So if we really lean on it, it'll make some steam out the back, but we want it in the front half. So also, one thing we got to do, we got to make sure that we didn't tweak anything with my wheelie. Also, another thing I forgot to talk about, the front end. We're going to run a new front end next year, so we'll get a new front end, new hood. We're going to cut it different so it goes on and off the car better. We're going to zip off all of these stands, and we're going to redo how the front end sits so we make it a little more user-friendly. The wheelie kind of beat it up. The wheelie, after, it didn't, the front end never went on good before the wheelie.
The wind started beating it up too.
After the wheelie, how bad did the front end go on?
It didn't fit great at all.
No, you had to like punch it.
Every pass it got worse.
Yes.
The wind just gets in there and bends stuff, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
So that's what we got going on. Ben and I pulled this motor out once by myself. Took me about an hour. Ben, how long do you think it'll take us to pull this thing out? I say if we do it in an hour. I did it in an hour, just rushing, throwing parts everywhere. I think if we do it in an hour, that'd be pretty successful. So the good thing is a lot of the configuration stuff will stay the same. We're going to keep all the brackets, but when we put it back together, we will have some build time on it, make some changes, and everything will be shiny because we're going to send everything back out to my boy Joe at Dieter's Custom Finishing. Both Joes up there will have this thing blinging like no other. So thank you to them, and we'll get everything all shined up. And yeah, we'll send this back to Jose. Maybe we'll get it upgraded to the No Time 98.
Maybe we need our little. We got like the little poo poo on the turbine.
On the turbine wheel, yeah, we have some dings in the turbine wheel from when we slung a rod. So that's our agenda for today. We'll set the camera up. We'll get to work, and we'll make it happen. You always hear us talking about sealing up your turbo systems. Orange RTV on the hot side, gray RTV on the cold side. Ben, we have the ultimate seal. We can't get the RTV off our charge pipe and the V-band on our turbo. It is in there like swimwear, isn't it?
It's tight.
Like right now, the only thing holding this together is the RTV.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys you'll see it, how much force it takes just to pry it open.
It's starting to go.
Hold right there. Let me get the big screwdriver. We'll stick this guy in there. I don't even know if I can get that in there. Hold on.
Might have to get some more.
There it is. God, all that just because of that RTV.
Tight stuff.
And there's the whole cartridge of the turbo. Whole cartridge of the turbo came right out. Here's the.
Let's see what we're working with here.
This is what we were talking about. This one had a minor dent or two. You could see it in the wheel. A couple spots. Hold on.
The bottom one. It's right here.
Oh, right there. Yeah, look at that one. Look at that dent right there. See how it's not perfectly straight? That's from a piece of debris hitting it.
What about this side? How's this side look?
Now, we ran that turbo for about a full season. No guard. Everyone asks, do you get a lot of rocks and everything there? No guard or anything on it. And, I mean, that thing put in work. So we'll send this back to Jose, get it freshened up.
This thing is one killer turbo.
That thing's a beast. So, and here's the hot side. This is a cast backside that the guys at Dieter's Custom Finishing, they nickel plate it, and it looks absolutely awesome. So we're going to zip this whole thing off and send it right to Joe and have him have some fun with it. Alright, so here we are. Not too much going on here. Let me watch you guys see this oil drain back here in a second. There it is. So we are it's our new Schaefer's oil. Different look, not the normal Rotella that you guys are used to seeing. Something different. Nope, that's not happening there. So, all we got left to do is bell housing bolts and these little spacers for our motor plate, and then we'll have the motor out, have it on the stand. We'll remove these rocker stands, and I think the next video we'll just do a teardown of it so you guys can see what we got going on. Everything's looking good so far. Just gonna pull it out and get it torn down. My FedEx guys. or FedEx Food Line, the Food Line guys. But yeah, that's all we got going on. Ben, how's the engine removal going?
So far, not bad.
It's pretty standard. We've done this a time or two.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to have this thing out. We'll go back to the time lapse. The one last time where we pull it out, we got a couple more of the motor mounts in the front to go. We'll yank it up, we'll pull it out, and that'll be the wrap on this video. So just chipping away at it. I get sad when this thing sits here all tore apart.
What is it? Oh.
Like when the car is just chilling.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like...
This is part of its life.
It's resting.
Honestly, I wanted to pull the motor out after the oil cap incident, and it got everything covered with oil, because you really can't clean it all, like, until you remove everything, clean it all off, then put everything back in.
Really
so
no way around that.
This was it was due. We're due to do this.
Yeah.
Do this.
It's done. It's 40, 50 passes, so
yeah,
it's time.
We'll get it tore out. Once we get that oil pressure stuff figured out there, I think we're gonna go like a whole season and just keep it in there and just keep running it. So all right, y'all, and there it is. The old dart block, dart heads, black sheep motor is out and just chilling. So it's just rocking there. It's about to go to sleep. So we can get it all tore down, and we'll take it up to TKM, and yeah. So we're chipping away here. What do you think?
Yeah, looks good.
Another one in and out, just like that. So we'll have this thing turned around and back in here in no time. Shout out to TKM Performance for making a badass motor. All the companies that support us: Dieter's Custom Finishing, T&D Machine Products for the badass rocker arms, Strange, Johnson Lifters, Dart, BPF, all of them, Holley EFI. If I missed you, Motion Raceworks, HCR Innovations, LS Nasty. That's us. I just read the list, guys. I read the list. So we're gonna get this thing all tore apart. Check out tomorrow's video. See, this engine looks absolutely badass when it's all opened up. Bunch of badass, really shiny parts, and you can check that out in tomorrow's upload. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.